Evening all. How the devil are we? I hope everyone can hear me, and I most definitely hope everyone can see me. I'm a little bit rusty, a little bit out of practice, what with me not going live as frequently as I usually do. So who do we have? I expect it's the usual suspects. Good evening, Lynette, Eileen. How are you? Crafty Keeler, good evening. How are you? Daniel Drake, good evening. Alejandro Magno even, not Mango. The Turtle Moves, good evening, pal. How are you? Yeah, I just thought I would jump on for an hour. No, good evening, Matt Shedler. Peter, Gary IOW, how are you, pal? Timo Lynch. Well. Anybody who's a channel member, I hope you enjoy the new icons that I created. Well, I didn't create them, did I? I just stole them off Bitmoji and uploaded them to my YouTube page. But good evening, the happy little fox, aka Benji. So, Void Rider, how are you, pal? So, love the new goatee. Thank you, Matt Shedler. Yeah, I just wanted to jump on for an hour just for a quick catch up because obviously I've not been going live every Sunday, which I have sort of generally done. And there's no real reason for it other than I just haven't felt very creaky, if that makes any sense. It may or it may not, but that's the case. So there's no mysterious reason, there's no hidden reason, and that's exactly the same reason why I'm not on Agree to Disagree at the moment as well. Exactly the same thing. I've got to be in the right frame of mind to be able to do this live. I've literally hit go live now, and apologies for being a little bit late. And I've got nothing really planned. It's just a little bit of a hangout with you to show a little bit of gratitude for you being here. And excuse me, and to offer a bit more of an explanation as to why. Right, so who in the side chat has seen the community post that I put up today? The one that started off, the one with the big picture of a horse. So what did Crafty say? That makes a lot of sense. Much love and respect. Thank you, Keela. You're a good egg. Yeah, it's Flat Earth is dead, guys. Absolutely dead. I look for new Flat Earth content every time I sit down to research for a video, to plan out a video. And good evening, Neil604. Atheist. Neil, try that again, shall I? Good evening, Neil, the 604 Atheist. How are you doing, Creaky Blinder? Well, you know, I'm fair to middling, can't complain. Well, I can, I'm semi-professional, but nobody listens anyway, so it's pointless. Yeah, Flat Earth has just died. I always look for Flat Earth videos, but I just don't find anything. Nothing that I haven't covered a million times. You know, nothing that we haven't all heard a million times. And I know maybe some people will say that that's the case with Karen videos as well. And it is. But I'm not only going to be doing Karen videos, which is why I threw in the Matt Powell official video on Tuesday. Because, you know, I want to keep as much variety as I can, but still make the type of content that I want to make, if that makes sense. Because I was really, really starting to get fed up of Flat Earthers. And the fact that they all just say exactly the same thing in every single video, almost verbatim. They don't, you know, they don't say anything. Nothing at all. Just the same tired old nonsense that I've been listening to for nearly 3 years now. And if I've been listening to it for 3 years, you know, some of the names in the side chat I know have been with me a very long time, and thank you for that. But surely you must be sick of it. Dreadnoughts never gets a shout out. Will it happen tonight? Please make my day, Creaky. No, I'm not going to give you a shout out. Good evening, sir. How are you? I have to be honest with you, Dreadnought. I can't recall your name. So, good evening, Chris Herrick. How are you? Luke Mitchell. Good evening. How the devil are you, sir? Yeah, so it's not that I'm completely abandoning Flat Earth. You can bet your ball bag that if a video comes up from the from the Flat Earth community that's worth making a response to or making a reaction to, then 100% I will be all over it like a rash. Ooh, super chat. Thank you. Thank you very much, Voodoo Inquisitor. Sorry to hear you're feeling a bit off. You and the missus have a beer, cheap glass of wine on me. We'll be here when you find yourself. Yeah, it's not... Yeah, I kind of am a bit, I suppose, but, you know, who isn't? You know, I haven't come on to moan and groan. It's just come on to have a chat and offer some sort of explanation as to why my live streams are so irregular at the minute. Ooh, super chat. Thank you. Yes, mate, the people are here for you now and not the content. Even if your views drop a little by changing, carry on. You got this, we got you. Do you know, that's the funny thing, Seek Truth, Speak Truth. And how are you, pal? Nice to see you. My views are increasing massively. They're not going the other way. And it's funny. I know I've spoken about this previously, but the First Amendment audit, a video I did, some people said I was off the mark. Maybe I was, maybe I wasn't. Does it matter either way? I don't know. But somebody said that I'm going to lose an awful lot of subscribers by making content like this. And that video gained me 600 and... what was it? 600 and something odd subscribers. And then, you know, the next Karen, you know, then I did a Karen video and that's on, you know, 72,000, which is really high for me. Really, really high. I generally don't get up, you know, that high. Ooh, super chat. Thank you. I expected to lose some subscribers and some views, and I'm sure I have lost subscribers. But it's like I said in the response I made to myself after all the crap I got over the First Amendment audit of video. And I can't please everybody all the time. It's impossible. And I can't spend my whole life worrying whether I am or I'm not going to upset somebody who watches me. That just isn't how it works, unfortunately. You know, it's it is what it is. Free speech and all that. First Amendment. Rock and roll. Tim Olin says, with a bit of luck, Flat Earth is going the same way. Free energy crowd or the dinosaurs, they'll find some garbage to gripe about. Yeah, you know, there's a definite pattern there, isn't there? You know, a lot of the Flat Earthers seem to be, for some bizarre reason, virologists now, because they all know so much about COVID-19. Ooh, super chat. Thank you. You won't run out of crazy people. Yesterday, I saw an Illuminati video. He was saying 0 + 0 = 2, and it was entertaining. If you ever come across a video and you think it may be something I could react to, email it to me. My email is on my YouTube page. There's two. There's thecreakyblinder@gmail.com, although I don't check that one as frequently. And then there's creaky@creakyblinder.com. You know, email me. You know, I'd love to, you know, be able to create content that you actually want to see, even though ultimately I make the final decision. Obviously, you know, it is what it is. Fact, he says, Nathan Oakley is coming out with a premiere in 2 days. Perhaps that will help with your vitamin flirt. I've only ever made, I shouldn't say I've never, very, very early on, right back in the olden days, when I was a young whippersnapper, almost 3 years ago, I did make one video about Nathan Oakley. I got no interest in making videos about people like him, because he's not a flat earther anyway. He just pretends that he thinks the earth is flat. Voodoo Inquisitor, where is Christopher Shapley DVM CVA? He's working because it's daytime. in the US of A. How many Americans have we got in the side chat now? Give me a thumbs up if you're American, and only if you're American, and there's a reason I'm asking. Ooh, super chat. Thank you. Morg Official is his YouTube channel. Is whose YouTube channel? Oh, I made a video about Morg not that long back, NavidPay. I don't know if you recall, but yeah, I did actually make a video about Morg. Luke Mitchell lives in the US. Jay Vers is in the US. Jumping Axe, Frank Page, Matt. Right, okay, so GRX, maybe Canadians count. So I saw a video the other day by, let me see if I can, because I've got the worst memory in the world. I think he's an Australian comedian, and Chris Herrick's American, living in Barcelona. Barcelona. And it absolutely, Lord Callum sent it to me actually, and it absolutely tickled me. I thought it was one of the funniest things I've seen on YouTube for a long time. So let me just quickly scroll through, because as usual, there's no structure to this at all. And for those who are wondering, the reason there's no previous live streams showing on my YouTube page anymore is because I found out that leaving live streams up after the event hurts the channel overall, because it's not Michael Barr, it's not Isaac Butterfield. Jim Jeffries. Is Jim Jeffries Australian? He sounded Australian to me. Somebody sent me a comment the other day. Yeah, was it today or yesterday? And he said every time he watches one of my videos, he thinks of a leprechaun. Why? I'm not Irish. Ooh, super chat. Thank you. You should create content that you love. That's why we watch. Effie, Karens, anti-vaxxers, whatever. We love you and we'll keep watching. And that's what I'm hoping, is that I can, I can broaden my horizons. Jim Jeffries, I think his name is. Well, anyway, Jim Jeffries made a video. I gotta see if I can find it. I won't be able to play it because that'll be the end of this video. Then it'll get claimed and Bob's your granny. It must be further back than I thought. But I think, is it? I don't know why I didn't think of this. Jim Jeffries. Yeah, Jim Jeffries. So he basically made a video, and it was made tongue-in-cheek, but it's hard to explain. He wasn't necessarily making fun of the First Amendment, but he was pointing out, it's so difficult to explain. I'll throw a link in the side chat now, and you can have a look at it. First Amendment. You can have a look at it later on if you want to. You haven't got to. Copy link address. So it's coming into the side chat now. And basically, it's difficult to explain, but he's kind of, good evening, Mr. Andrat, how are you, pal? Smarty Marty is obviously an American, not an Americant. He's basically making fun of the First Amendment and the people that, not the people that, it's so difficult for me to explain what I mean. It would be, for example, if I said that I think all Americans are really stupid, I'd like to think that I don't mean that I think all Americans are really stupid. Does that make sense? So it's sort of satire with a bit of tongue-in-cheek. And it tickled me so much. And I could, while I was watching it, I could sort of see in my mind's eye how I would make that video, if that makes sense. But I'm a little bit nervous about making it because my audience is overwhelmingly American. So obviously I'm always a little bit, I would lump that in as a hasty generalization, but you're not entirely wrong. Yeah, but this is what I mean. I'm not general. Obviously I don't think Americans are stupid, because they're not. But I do think First Amendment auditors are stupid and sovereign citizens are stupid. You know, that's a fair point, actually, Luke Mitchell. You should never call Americans stupid. They're armed. But no, I'm sort of testing the water, if you like. I want to find out if my audience has the sense of humor to take it in the manner it's meant. And it's a joke, if that makes sense. You know, watch that Jim Jeffries video and you'll kind of get the idea of what I mean. Good evening, Dan Palmer. How the hell are you? No, don't watch him now. Bit rude. But yeah, that's one video idea I've got. I've got so many video ideas knocking around in my head all the time. You know, I woke up at 5:30 this morning because something popped into my head, and if you know, I didn't need to be anywhere particularly. Good evening, Blue Yoda. How are you, pal? I didn't need to be anywhere particularly. I didn't need to, you know, be doing anything. I just was awake. I had this idea in my mind, and I had to get up to take care of it. I literally had to. Mark from Swansea, you're just... oh no, that's Luke Mitchell. He's definitely not from Swansea. He's not even Welsh. Sorry, Mark, where are you? Mark Nichols. From Swansea? Mark from Swansea has just started watching. Okay, awesome. Cool. Welcome, Mark. How do you know I'm from Swansea? You've only just started watching? Because it clearly can't be my accent because I don't have one. Oh, yeah. And I want to say a massive thank you as well. And it says a lot about my audience. Luke Mitchell's done the Mumbles Mile? No way. The only thing with Jim Jeffries is a professional comedian, and these things are done in the context of broader people are snowflakes when it comes to their fandoms. Yeah, this is the thing, and I'm finding that out as well. When I did my first amendment audit of video, I had so many people and I've received hundreds of comments off these people over the, you know, the years I've been on YouTube so far, telling me how funny I am and they love my videos, and it's brilliant when I call Flat Earthers stupid, and then I said something they didn't like, and everything changed. So, you know, I'm not trying to be funny or anything, but how can I possibly please everybody all the time? David McGinley, sorry, I just noticed that you super chatted earlier on. I'll see if I can find it. I apologize. I skipped past it because I got overexcited about something. Probably. Maybe. Come on, where are you? Coming up. I can't go any further back. Sorry, Dave, but I'm thanking you for your super chat now. Ooh, super chat. Thank you. So yeah, I don't know. I want to make that video. I think it would be fun to make. But you know, I don't want to upset people unnecessarily. You know, I upset enough people with my content. They usually deserve it. But I certainly don't want to upset my audience. Unless, of course, it turns out that those members of my audience are not the type of people that, you know, get what I'm saying. Does that make sense? Didn't make much sense to me, and I just said it, but I'd like to think you know what I mean. But anyway, I was going to say thank you to everybody that's bought the There We Are Then t-shirts. I've sold loads of them, and I have never, ever had that many people buying merchandise. I introduced a There We Are Then mug. Break it down into an acronym if you want an acronym, sorry, if you want to know what it says on it. There we are then. I don't know if it says that that's what people think of me or if it says something about my audience, but either way, I just found it very funny that that particular item of merchandise, which is pinned at the top of the chat, has been the most successful item of merchandise I've ever launched. I really, really can't believe. You can't please everyone, nor should you even try. Exactly, buddy. Please yourself and do what you want. Your core audience is more thick-skinned and intelligent to get pissed off at humor. Sadly, that's not always the case. But I'd like to think that that is the case. But sadly, there we are. Crafty Kilo knows what's up. TWA t-shirt or a mug. You can upset people while you're walking around, or you can upset people while you're having coffee. Mr. Andrat asked what day it is. It's Thursday. Yeah. Please day. All day. Voodoo Inquisitor. I don't see anything pinned at the top of the chat. No? I'm looking at it right now. Anyway. Yeah, I've just posted it. Why the hell is it? Why is that a gigantic link? Just go to my merch store and you'll see it. It is there. It is there. It's Friday where? Where's it Friday? You're from the future. Kenny Knackers. You must be Australian, mate. If it's Friday there. Yeah, you're ahead, aren't you, if you're in Oz? Where is Karen? Who's Karen? Never heard of her. Call on. How are you, pal? Long time no see. I've been busy, but wow, you look thinner. How much have you lost now? I'm actually putting weight back on because I'm not on the keto diet anymore because I just got sick of it. And I'm back on the beloved Pepsi Max as well. Cheers. I'm putting weight back on, but thank you for the compliment. I probably look a little bit more trimmed because 90% of the beard, 75%, 80%, a lot of my beard's gone. Trippy Cast, good evening, pal. How are you? You thought what? It was cats that couldn't tech. What have I done now? I haven't broken something already, have I? Oh, but that gigantic link, that wasn't my fault. Dr. Karen Tobin. I like it. Thank you, eFolmer. That's exactly what happened. But it is pinned at the top of the chat. Let me change it. I'll pin the I'll unpin it and I'll pin the t-shirt because it's the t-shirt that's really gone down well. There we are. I'm just pinning the There We Are Then t-shirt at the top of the chat now. Lost nearly 2 stone. Chicken and rice, fish rice diet working well. Add piri piri and it's all right. I don't like fish. That's why I always struggle with diets. Just do not like them. Ooh, super chat. Or fish. Thank you. I'm an American. We can take a joke unless we can take a joke unless we're stupid. Thank you, mate. Ooh, super chat. Thank you. Peter Sakura. Probably wrong, but at least I tried. You know what I'm saying? Right. Confession time. This. Cards on the table. Allow me to be 100% transparent. I can't remember if I've said this in a live stream previously or not, but I'm going to say it again. Dave Harris has watched all my videos, even the really early ones. Thank you, Dave. Ian, it's Shure SM7B. And it is a really, really good microphone, but it's a very quiet microphone. So it needs, ooh, blurry. It needs a good preamp. Anyway, yeah, so 100% transparency. A lot of people have been complimenting me on how my scientific knowledge has improved in the last 2 months, approximately. Have you noticed that my scientific knowledge has improved in the last 2 months? Let me know if you have. Cameron McDougall, that's exactly what I was trying to say earlier, but I waffled like I always do. Anyone that gets offended by humor or sarcasm, do you really want them as a subscriber? Exactly. Maybe this temporary, we'll say temporary for now, shift in content is whittling out the sort of people that I don't want around. So yeah, so people, yeah, Tom Harvey's commented, I think you've relatively been always great. Good evening, Nimrod. How are you, pal? So, yeah. So you all think that my scientific knowledge has improved. I've got a confession to make. I've bought a teleprompter. So, whilst it may appear as though... absolutely, yeah, I do research my videos. Obviously, I've got to find the facts. But the problem I had... Craving more dick in the house. Good evening. My favorite YouTube username. Obviously, I have to research the videos because I have to find out the information. Yeah, no, Michael Barr, you're right. Simon Dan does help me. I quite often will send Dan a message and say, look, I want to say this in a video. Is it factually accurate? Is it correct? Or will I make myself look like a bell end? And I know I do that in all my videos anyway, but that's on purpose. Honestly. So, yeah, that's why my scientific knowledge seems to have massively improved over the last, I'd say it's about 2 months since I bought my teleprompter, which wasn't very expensive, and it's been absolutely worth every penny. Creaky, I watch all your videos. Would love to support your channel, but ESA doesn't go far these days. Sometimes I feel guilty, but I watch them anyway to cheer me up. Hope you don't mind. Of course I don't mind. Listen, nobody is obliged to support anything I do. Nobody has to like my videos. Nobody has to comment on them. Nobody has to become a Patreon, PayPal, buy merch. Nobody has to do any of those things, which is why I'm so incredibly grateful to all the people that do. For example, point in case, Swanky New Chair Alert. I did thank him in a video, but I will thank him again in a live stream. It was bought for me by a gentleman who goes by the name of the Lone Ranger. Hi-ho silver and away and all that good stuff. So, you know, that's fantastic. And I'm so very grateful for it. But if all you can do is watch my videos, and then I'm happy. You thought I was going to fart? Oh no, whenever I fart during a live stream, I always use the button. That's what I do every time. You know, so if I go, that's what it's there for. Dreadnoughts, I never skip adverts. It helps massively, Dreadnoughts. Absolutely massively. But we're not really meant to tell people to do that, if that makes sense. Does that make sense? But that's, you know, one of the most helpful things anyone can do. And if that's all you can do that. Sharing the videos all helps. Joseph Laundry, I am a Patreon. Oh. Is that a hint? Why didn't somebody tell me that my Patreon list wasn't running? And I apologize, I haven't updated this for a little while. So I apologize if your name should be on the Patreon list, which is there. Creaky Blinder, what if you have to have a rodeo fart? I don't know what a rodeo fart is. Why are we talking about farts? Good evening, everyone. Greetings from Germany. And greetings to Germany from Wales. Well, I want to know what a rodeo fart is now. Super Monty says, where the song Go Nuts on My Nuts come from. It's a friend of mine called Manic MC. Manic MC SoundCloud. And if I'm not mistaken, I think it's linked in all the video descriptions. But just in case I've forgotten to do it, you know, imagine that. There we are, Super Monty. There's Manic MC's SoundCloud page. Just shared in the side chat. Because I'm feeling like Mr. Helpy Helpington tonight. So, welcome to the Blinder Gang, Mosh. Thank you very much indeed for becoming a channel member. Games, Guitars, and Gore. Very kind of you, pal. Games, Guitars, and Gore. That's a channel name that's... Happus Roblox is from South Wales. Well, what a coinky dink. I would have known where South Wales was without the sheep emoji, but I appreciate the extra effort. Do I play a musical instrument? I do. I play keyboards, but I have not played for years and years, but I also played 4 years, and not for 4 years, for years. And years, just in case anybody's wondering, I'm not talking about these. I'm talking about, you know, weeks and months. And I play the guitar really badly. And I kind of can twang along on a ukulele a little bit. No, I will never do any of those things in a video or live. Harley G85, why are you confused? I knew somebody would ask. No. Keyboard is not a piano. I play the piano a little bit, but it's you know, it's not something. Do I label the button? No, I didn't. I didn't, Mr. Andrat. I didn't label the buttons. I'm more focused. I'm more focused tonight, so I didn't label the buttons. And you watch now. Now that you've brought that up, the next time I need to press one of my buttons, you know I'm going to hit the wrong one. I can see it coming. I can see that I'm going to hit the wrong button. I've been cursed. A rodeo fart is a fart that lasts for more than 8 seconds. 8 seconds. Super chat. Thank you. That's amateur. Well, Creaky, you are just as toady and smart as you have always been. And have today 59 sec on me. Thank you very much, Nimrod. That's very kind of you. Very kind. Everybody loves sexy money. I mean, who doesn't? The proper way to shag a goat is face it towards a cliff, so when you push forwards, it backs up. I'm not even going to ask how you know that. I'm not even going to ask. Where's that gone? Rob Fowler. Why is everyone talking about farts? I'm getting lost now in the side chat. I'm losing concentration. So what time is it now? 8:45. How many of us are here? 257 people. Is that 257 watching? How many people are watching this? Where does it say? Doesn't say. Bugger. Because tomorrow's video is 258 people watching. Tomorrow's video is, well, it's here. Ding, 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 ding. Anybody fancy watching it, or would you rather just wait tomorrow?
Ooh, super chat. Thank you.
Exactly, Keeler. I'm selling myself short. I've never got lost or confused or made a mistake of any description in a live stream. You once said that if you hold farts in, it goes back into your blood and comes out of your mouth. Did you research that? I read it. I don't know if that counts as research, but I read it. So who wants to watch tomorrow's video now? But it is an 18-minute video, so it'll probably take up the rest of the live stream. So it's up to you. Think about it. No, it's not a Karen video. Okay. Looks like we're doing it then. Oh, CyberFenX says we'll wait. Well, I'm afraid you've been outvoted, so it is going to play now, but hey, Creaky, new viewer, great show, shout out. Channel interest, Stephen. Thank you, pal. Chris Herring, he could be an auditor, but this isn't actually. I'm just going to let the video play for you. No, it's gonna go. But you can just watch it again tomorrow. There's only 200 of us here, so rock and roll. I'm going to mute my mic and leave it play.
Why am I being arrested? Why am I being arrested?
Why is he being arrested?
Go nuts on my nuts.
Hi, it's me, Creaky. Okay, we're going to take a look at a sovereign citizen. Now, sovereign citizens believe that they themselves are not judges, juries, law enforcement, or elected officials get to decide which laws they have to obey and which ones they think they can ignore. So let's have a look to see how well that goes for the guy in today's video who thought it would be a good idea to try and arrest somebody himself. And I don't mean a citizen's arrest, I actually mean arrest somebody. So let's take a look. Tidy!
Okay, what you need help with?
Well, days ago, my RV was stolen from the lot off of Vaughn Street, across the Carter Field next to the White Pump House. Is there a Superior here, actually?
Well, we're all on level playing field, so which,
I'd like to speak.
Is it echoey, really echoey? I don't know why, why is, what? If there's echoes, it's no good then. Why is it so echoey? I wonder if I just share the video file. Hang on a sec. I've never done this before, but apparently I can.
Why am I being arrested? Why am I being arrested?
Why is he being arrested?
Go nuts on my nuts.
Hi, it's me, Creaky. Okay, we're going to take a look at a sovereign citizen. Now, sovereign citizens believe that they themselves are not judges, juries, law enforcement, or elected officials get to decide which laws they have to obey and which ones they think they can ignore. So let's have a look to see how well that goes for the guy in today's video who thought it would be a good idea to try and arrest somebody himself. And I don't mean a citizen's arrest, I actually mean arrest somebody. So let's take a look. Tidy!
okay, what you need help with?
Well, days ago, my RV was stolen from a lot off of Vaughn Street, across from Carter Field next to the White Pump House.
Okay.
Is there a Superior here, actually?
Well, we're all on level playing field, so which,
I'd like to speak with the Superior.
I'm sure you would, and you can ask for a superior, but you have no federal or state constitutional right to make one come to the scene. And to be honest, in my opinion, for what it's worth, you've already blown it, because By asking for a superior, you're already implying that you don't think this police officer is up to the job, and whether he is or isn't remains to be seen.
All right, well, you're speaking to me right now, so what do you need help with?
I would like to speak with the superior directly, sir. I want to make sure my constitutional rights are respected through this whole process and ordeal.
Okay, well, I'm here to protect your constitutional rights. That's what we're here for.
Okay.
Absolutely.
So who is the supervisor, though, just so I can direct my attention to the proper channel of authority for myself?
No supervisor here.
No supervisor. Okay. So, RV's primary residence and my primary dwelling, my sole domicile. It was taken from me days ago. I immediately picked up the phone and called and filed a report for grand theft of South Boston Police Department, which Officer Perkins responded. He refused to provide any incident report or any investigation. Any information regarding my RV and a call to be removed from private property. With that being said...
Oh yeah, and you best get used to that, because he says, with that being said, a lot. And as annoying as it gets, it's nowhere near as stupid as what he says next.
I'm sorry, I'm a lawyer. I've been studying this whole weekend. I have notes, so if you'll just give me a moment to go through this.
Okay.
No, you didn't mishear him. He actually said he's a lawyer. But it gets better, or worse. It doesn't matter. And you can tell that he's been rehearsing this speech, which was probably composed with the help of other sovereign citizens in their very important SovCit Facebook group.
I just delivered a certificate of service to the tow yard to put them on notice of a violation of a federal crime.
So, a certificate of service proves that the process server delivered a document to its intended recipient. And when it's completed, the certificate of service becomes part of the court record. Now, the process server, typically the sheriff's office, completes the document immediately after he or she hand delivers the summons and petition or complaint to the non-filing party. It's then time-stamped and dated and delivered back to the filing party to use as verification with the court that proper service has been performed.
I'm acting as a private attorney general right now, investigating this matter and also filing the report.
Wait, what? Doesn't this guy realize that the best way to get away with something is to say nothing? He's already claimed to be a lawyer, told the officers that he's carried out the serving of a certificate of service, and now he's telling them he's an acting Attorney General. And an Attorney General is a statutory member of the Cabinet of the United States under the Appointments Clause of the United States Constitution. The office holder is nominated by the President of the United States, then appointed with the advice and consent of the United States Senate.
I didn't get as far as requesting him to retract from the crime that he was an accessory of because he asked me to vacate the property.
Okay.
So I removed myself immediately, telling him not to go anywhere because he would be under arrest.
Uh-oh, not a citizen's arrest, just under arrest. So now you're a law enforcement officer as well as a lawyer, and an acting Attorney General.
Now, because he moved my sole primary dwelling and residence into the county jurisdiction, this would also be scene of a crime. This is your jurisdiction as well in regards to.
Okay, I'm gonna stop you right there.
Yes,
okay?
sir.
No crime has been committed.
Yes, sir, it has. And
look, if you can let me finish talking first, and then you can talk, all right?
Yes,
that's
sir.
how this is gonna work.
Prison of a felony.
Okay, look, you're gonna stop talking and listen to me, okay? No crime has been taken. You parked your vehicle on a lot owned by somebody else. You can't park it there. That means he has a legal. Code of Virginia says you cannot leave any property that belongs to you on somebody else's
Can
name.
you furnish me that code?
I don't have to. I'm telling you.
Me, I know. And I don't have to tell you either, but I'm going to. Is Article 3, Trespassing Vehicles, Parking and Towing, subsection 46.2-1219.1. And it says, regulation or prohibition of vehicular traffic on certain privately owned public parking areas and driveways. You can't park on other people's driveways, douchebag.
Listen here, sir. With all due respect, this is why I requested a supervisor. This is misprision of a felony, refusing to take a report in regards to the felony, and you're acting as an attorney practicing law unlicensed right now, which is also a crime.
You know, sometimes when you say something and then very quickly realize that you shouldn't have, did he actually just say to the cops that they are acting as unlicensed attorneys? And again, this is just my humble opinion, but it probably would have been better not to say that especially when you take into account that that's exactly what you're doing in front of actual law enforcement officers.
And now, you are here to solely take a criminal report. In regards
No
to
criminal
that,
report, nothing criminal has taken
hold on 1
place.
second, sir. I'm not trying to argue with you. I'm trying to educate you. Now, the Supreme Court had ruled that it is your sole duty to take a criminal report in regards, and if I am falsifying any information in regards to this report, you will be liable to arrest me.
Educate? You may want to educate whoever does your clothes shopping for you first, pal. I bet he's the type of person that if he needed surgery, he'd want to be awake, just so that he could make sure the surgeon didn't make any mistakes.
Now, with the state law and federal law considering, I'm going to educate you. Not at one point, at any point in time, was I made aware that I was trespassing. Therefore, it is a crime in regards to the removal of that vehicle from that property because nobody had made anybody aware that a crime's been committed.
Why do some Americans pronounce the H? It's silent. It's a vehicle. There's no heckle. Or is it only hicks that say vehicle? That would make sense.
I'm going to elaborate for you in a clear instance. 1 second, sir.
No, he's talking, you stop talking, okay? That's how
I
that
really
works.
wanted to speak with the supervisor so I didn't get gangbanged by a bunch of people who didn't study law.
Gangbanged? That's wrong in so many ways. For a start, you've only just met these officers. You should at least offer to take them out for dinner first.
Do you know the person that owned the property you're parked on?
It's not owned by a private individual. It's owned by a private corporation.
Did that corporation give you permission to park there?
This property has been generally open and accessible to the public in the neighborhood for generations, as I can testify myself to that.
Was it
There
closed when you parked
are no posting signs whatsoever that would deem any portion of that property not
Thank you.
open and accessible to the general public.
Doesn't matter. Private individual or a company. If they own the property and they ask you to leave, then just leave. Just because somewhere is open to the public, that doesn't necessarily mean that you can do whatever you like, you donut. How would you like it if somebody parked on your driveway and refused to leave? Hang on, do RVs have driveways? You get the point, though.
Sir, this is misprison of a felony if you're refusing to take a report. This is why I seriously wanted a supervisor to come down here and respect my constitutional rights.
Now, this may come as a shock to you, but I'm not actually American. But I can research all things American, including the law. Now, just for the hell of it, let's say that Judge Judy here is correct, and the company are in the wrong for getting his RV towed. Surely it would be a misdemeanor and nothing more.
With that being said, violations of U.S. Code and of the Constitution are as follows. Violation of the KKK Act, which is the 3/4 Act, the RICO Act, the Homestead Act, 18 U.S. 241 and 242, and an attempt to extort me for money when I have no contract with them.
There you go, you just said it yourself. You have no contract with them, so how in the hell are you so shocked and upset that they've asked you to leave? Now, unlike this guy, I'm definitely not a lawyer, but isn't the RICO Act a federal law designed to combat organised crime? And 18 US 241 and 2 also seem to have no bearing on what this guy's talking about. 241 says it's unlawful for two persons to go in disguise on the highway or on the premises of another with the intent to prevent or hinder his or her free exercise of enjoyment of any rights so secured. It's their premises, not yours, you dipshit. And 242 says it's a crime for a person acting under the colour of law to willfully deprive a person of right or privilege protected by the Constitution or laws of the United States. Now, believe it or not, I have actually read the US Constitution, and nowhere can I find it saying you can trespass freely, unless, of course, I'm completely misunderstanding this guy's argument. He was trespassing. As soon as the owners of the land asked him to leave, then that's exactly what he should have done.
No contract, no notice, no contract. Therefore, that is a violation of 1961.
Yeah, we need to call the FBI. We don't enforce federal codes.
I did.
Okay.
And they refused, claiming it was civil. However, that is another instance where they are, misprison of a felony and practicing law without a license.
Oh, for God's sake, he just said it again. That's exactly what you were doing. You may want to stop bringing that up, mate.
They cannot tell me it's civil when I'm filing a criminal report with all the information in regards to such.
But no criminal
Violation
action
of
taking
Title
place.
42, 1986, and also the 8th Amendment.
I love Americans. And I know this idiot is more of an Americant than an American. So in the case at hand, you think that excessive bail shall not be required, nor excessive fines imposed, nor cruel treatment, or unusual punishments inflicted. Because that's what the 8th Amendment says, and that from the guy who is trying to get the cops to arrest another guy on a felony charge for evicting you from his own private land by getting your RV towed. Absolute genius.
The grounds that I have for this criminal matter are as follows.
It's not a criminal matter.
You are not to decide that, sir. You are not
I
the
am.
judge. You are here to take a criminal report, nothing more. No notice was provided to vacate. That was my sole home and sole dwelling and primary residence that was stolen,
Okay, look, this is not a criminal
along
complaint.
with attempted extortion.
Extortion? What the hell are you talking about? Oh, you have to pay to get your RV out of the pound, don't you? You said it yourself, you had no contract. Now, if you had, then yeah, they would have been legally obliged to give you suitable notice. But you were basically squatting on somebody else's land.
Now you go ahead, sir. What do you
Okay.
have to say?
The town of South Boston is the people that were responsible for towing your vehicle.
No, they were not, sir. If they were, there would be a report number as far as an incident report, call log report, and they would have paperwork in regards to such. If Officer Perkins conspired to withhold evidence while that RV was removed by a private
going to
party,
see if he owns
he is
it?
also
Okay.
involved and will be named as a criminal
What if he
accessory.
said if he did, or he threatened somebody?
What I'm saying is, South
That's all
Boston
I'm
Police
finding out. He's
Department
taken to jail right now.
towed your vehicle. The county don't have
It
any
left the
problem.
jurisdiction. Yes, it
Yeah.
does. And I'm going to teach you about
You
this,
ain't gonna
sir.
teach me nothing.
I'm not? Okay,
you're
are
not.
you too old to learn new tricks?
Look, well, we're trying to,
Okay. I still am requesting a supervisor.
and one's
on
not
scene.
coming.
You're going to tell me I'm refused the right for a supervisor to come and take a formal report seriously?
Yes, because it's not a formal report. And this
Under-
is not serious.
This
It's
is
not a criminal
serious,
act.
not a formal report, not a criminal act.
No, sir, it
You
is not.
studied law yourself, correct? Did you take the bar, sir? Did you take the bar?
No.
Did you take the ball?
It's a fair question. Did you? Because, and I'm shocked that you don't know this, being a lawyer and all, but it's actually illegal to pretend to be a lawyer, and as you quite rightly said, it's against the law to practice law unlicensed. So without the bar, how exactly are you a liar? Well, no, you are a liar. But what I meant to say is, how exactly can you claim to be a lawyer?
I didn't have to take the bar.
We didn't either.
Yeah, and that's a shame because you enforce law that you know nothing about.
So now you're not a lawyer because all lawyers must take the bar exam. Did you forget you said you were a lawyer?
We need criminal justice reform because you guys violate rights all the time, misprison felonies. This is a conspiracy to deprive me of my rights. Because you don't know the law, ignorance is no excuse for not knowing the law.
And being ignorant is no reason to claim you do, pal. Now, the contemporary sovereign belief system is based on a decades-old conspiracy theory. I know, absolutely shocking, a conspiracy theory. And they think that at some point in history, the American government set up a legal system the sovereigns refer to as common law, and it was somehow secretly replaced by a new government system based on admiralty, the law of the sea. Makes perfect sense, doesn't it? Are you following? Now, under common law, they believe they would be free men. Under admiralty law, they are slaves. And secret government forces have a vested interest in keeping them that way, for some strange reason which will probably never be revealed.
2725, you say put arrest the subject?
Did you not see him refuse the officer because this is being recorded? Okay?
Ready?
Yes, sir.
And I'm not in agreement with you recording.
Put your hands behind your back.
Why am I being arrested?
Well, I would have thought that was obvious. It's because you're being a massive dick. Actually, no, I hope being a dick isn't grounds to be arrested, because if it is, I'm in big trouble.
You're being on arrest right now, okay?
What? I'm sorry. Why are you detaining me?
We'll get to that in a second.
Why are you detaining me, sir?
We'll get to that in just a second.
You're under arrest.
Why am I being arrested?
State law enforcement officer.
I'm not impersonating a
Go
law.
ahead, let go of your phone. You can't have that in the back in the car. Go ahead, release your
I'm
phone.
not impersonating law enforcement officer.
You served that man a paper down there that you wrote and told him he was under arrest. That's impersonating a police officer.
I did not tell him he was under arrest. I said, stay right there. You're going to be placed under arrest. Sir.
I didn't tell him he was under arrest, apart from the time I told him he was going to be put under arrest. And I also didn't impersonate a law enforcement official or any other kind of official, apart from the time I said I was a lawyer and an acting attorney general and a sheriff. But apart from all those, I didn't do it.
Well, you can't do that.
Under arrest.
No, I did not tell him I was placing him under arrest. I did not impersonate an officer. I did not offer any information. Sir, is that and this dog right here is witness intimidation.
Is that your dog?
And this is suppressing my rights. Yes, sir, that is my dog. I would like my sister to come pick up my dog, please. The animal.
Come on, right over here.
I'm telling you, sir, you guys are suppressing my free rights. I did not impersonate an officer. I did not impersonate an officer. This is putting my health and safety in jeopardy.
Oh, poor guy. You know, the one thing that stands out to me about these types of people, the soft citizens and First Amendment auditors and the like, is how shocked they all seem to be when they actually get arrested. I wonder if there's ever once been an instance like this where the sovereign citizen was told, yeah, no problem, pal, you're free to go. You're just too clever for us and we've got nothing on you.
So what did you tell Don? He gave Don his piece of paper and said that he committed a criminal act and he was under arrest. I was like, he told you you were under arrest? He said, yeah. Like, the camera's still on. I said, he said, yes. I said, we're going to take care of it. So, we're done.
Oh, no way. The cops actually went and spoke to the other party involved. Bet he didn't think that would happen, did he?
Alright, watch this next. But before you do, make sure you subscribe. By order of the Creaky Blind.
So, there we have it. I've never done that on a live stream before, but the video's been done since yesterday. So, I thought I would show you lovely people and get some feedback. Not that there's anything I can do about it if you all hated it, because it's already uploaded to the channel and it's going live at 7 o'clock tomorrow night, as my videos usually do on a Friday. But, you know, this is the kind of thing, you know, that I want, you know, some flat earth videos when they're there to be made, and, you know, this kind of content, some Karen videos, you know, just to bring a bit of variety to the channel, because I just think that's the way I need to go. Irish one, 1330 and Creaky Blind Europe. Thank you, pal. Much appreciated. But I'm really not. I'm just a very old Welshman with a big gob, and I've always got something to say. You're welcome, Dreadnoughts. And you were welcome as well, Kenny Knackers. But, and good evening, Jerry Grealish. Hope I haven't butchered your name, but, yeah. That's it, guys. This wrinkly old dude is done. I just wanted to show you the video and have a little chat with you and sort of put you in the picture about, you know, what's happening with the channel, because without you lot, I haven't got a channel. Really, have I? At all. So, thank you, Dinger Games. I fully intend to keep it up. I've got, oh, good night, FEP review. I've got a huge and growing list of videos, all sort of in a queue, ready to be made. Turtle Moves is asking, is the shop open? Yes, the shop is open now. Thank goodness, because it haven't half been a struggle, and I don't mind saying it. But there we go. It is what it is. Creaky Blind, when will you be back to? Until then, I will be a stand-in. I don't know, mate. I don't know. Dan, they're probably not, because I didn't enjoy it and I'm really bad at it. And like I say, I'm trying to... Dickhead Gary IOW, I'm trying to be as focused as I possibly can. I've got a goal for this year of 100,000 subscribers, and I fully intend to hit that before the end of 2021. So, yeah, I just really need to be focused. You do have a channel. You're shocked you don't have a Twitch one, to be honest. I do have a Harley G85. I do have a Twitch channel, and I usually live stream to YouTube and Twitch at the same time, but I don't understand Twitch. I just don't. Can you show us where you live, like around your block? No. In a word. Hopefully Galactic Rangers 100k by the end of 2021. That's what I'm aiming for. My subscriber count has really sped up since I've started doing the First Amendment and Karen videos. Any chance of a discussion of the previous video? What previous video, Tubler? Which video are you talking about? You'll have to let me know. Yeah, Gowan's batch. The only reason I say no is because, for obvious reasons, I don't want people knowing where I live. I have had people turn up to where I worked. I really don't want people turning up to where I live, obviously. Would you consider drawing a painting scene? That picture behind you looks very nice. It is very nice, but sadly I didn't do it. I can draw, and I used to draw a lot when I was a kid. But yeah, I'm not talented, I'm afraid. So you're just stuck with what I do. And the Creationist Carbon 14 Diamond video, what's to discuss? Matt Powell official is a complete bell end. And anyone who thinks otherwise, I'm afraid to say you are in fact completely wrong. I don't know whether or not you are alluding to the fact that I said that. Do I own a telescope? It's not that small. No, I don't. No, I don't own a telescope. What's scary? Oh, somebody turned out. It actually turns out he was a really nice guy, and he bought me a big bottle of squash. Can I show my motorcycle? It's on my Instagram page. So if you don't follow me on Instagram, you'll never guess what my name is on there. It's Creaky Blinder. If you search me on any social media, just search The Creaky Blinder or Creaky Blinder and you'll find me. I think there's a picture of the bike on there. It's nothing special. It's, you know, I'm a poor YouTuber. Let's have a look, see if no, the new bike isn't on there. My old one is, but not the new one. Let's see if I can I'll put a picture of it on Instagram and Twitter and good evening, the plot hole. How are you, pal? It's a hardly able son. It's a Harley Davidson. Yeah, you're right. I've always wanted one. And I saved up for it for a long time and bought one. And I absolutely love it. So, but I don't ride it that often because the weather's always shit in Wales. Simple as that. Anyway, you're all distracting me now and keeping me talking. I can see exactly what you're doing. It's 9 o'clock. It's way past my bedtime. And we just quickly make sure, yeah, I've covered everybody who's super chatted. Thank you very much. I did notice a couple of people have sent Patreon, not Patreon, what you call it. Why am I going blurry all the time? I've sent PayPal donations across. Thank you very much indeed for those as well. Thank you to somebody became a channel member, didn't they? Games, Guitars and Go for becoming a channel member. And on that note, this guy is out there. Take care, everyone. Don't forget to watch that video again tomorrow. No, very important. And like it and share it. Let's get the Blinder Gang to 100,000 subscribers as soon as humanly possible. Take care, everyone. Thanks for watching. Bye.
Thank you all for watching Creaky Live. Don't forget to follow me on all of your social media platforms. Have a good day and have a creaky week.